YouTube, what's happening? It is Saturday, August 10th, and as you can see, we have another full slate of baseball. We have a doubleheader again in New York. It will not stop raining there. So we have 16 games today. Drop a like and subscribe because yesterday was a green day. 9 and 6 plus 2.08 units. That puts us up over 60 units of profit again on the season for like the 5th time. So hopefully we can get up instead of going back below. So it's baseball. It's dog days of summer. It's up and down. So what can you expect here? So on top of that, we have 16 games. It's Saturday. I got things to do. So let's go ahead and jump to that first game right now. All right, first game, we got Texas and New York. We got New York as a pretty heavy fave or moderate fave. 8.5 is your total. Looking over at the weather report, you can see what's going on. Straight out 9-mile-an-hour winds. Supposed to be nice. If the weather report's off, it's because I do this at 7 a.m. every day, and if you watch this at 3 p.m., there's a good chance the weather might change. It's weather. It's fickle. We don't know what it does. So take a grain of salt with that. So let's pop back over to see what we got. 38% Nerfy. And a little side note, Nerfies have been getting obliterated this year, this week. Last 2 days, the Yerfy, the yes run first inning is 20 out of 25. It is hit that many times. If you're a Nerfy bettor, I'm sorry, your bankroll is gone after this 2-day stretch. It has been terrible. So, 3.3 with a $1.58. That's 26 and 30. If Texas is trash, that's what we know. That's what they are right now. 3.7, 255 is 24th and 16th. Yankees are mid. They're not trash though. And you can see Texas is kind of striking out a little more unusual at 20th at 9. Looking over at the pitchers, we got Evaldi going out there today. He was not the scheduled pitcher yesterday. I know this now. We can see what he has done against Boston and Baltimore. He blew up, still gave up some runs here and there. Okay. Rodon was the scheduled pitcher because I had a bet on him. They got canceled out. So you can see what he's done recently. Been pretty decent. Better since he has blow up. So looking over at the props, we start Rodon. There's no history there. We got 2 for 10 for Simeon. Kelly's 0 for 9. And 3 for 12 for Grossman. Nothing else. Lefties, Yankees seem to, Texas does. One guy has 295. There's 323 for Smith. Outside of that, we got 100. It's average. Best I can say. Looking at props for Rodon, a lot of people will be on strikeouts today. And I get it. He's been hitting it pretty easily. I'm going to take the earned run, though, because we know Texas is last in batting average. And to be able to score runs, you have to be able to hit the ball. If you can't hit the ball, yeah, I'll take this. I'm still going to rock with this play. I had it yesterday. Under Rodon. It's going to be Rodon under 2.5. Yep, right there. I'm still going with that. A lot of people would be on strikeout. It's not bad. I don't want to take it. I'm going to take earned runs better. So I don't want to take 2 props on the same guy. I've done it before and it didn't work out well. So none of those are nice. Evaldi has a history. You can see Stanton, 32 at-bats, 254, 11, 973. Okay. And Judge has a lot of at-bats, 357, 2-3 with a 103. Okay. And even LeMahieu has a little bit of history. So I pop over here real quick. I come down, and I got to come all the way down to, right here, just to get to the HRR, 30% in the last 10. So he's out. And Judge is up here in the 60% HRR. So both of them are out. And is LeMahieu on here? No, he's not. So, yeah, those are nice props, but recent stats, I need them both to be good. And Dauphin good, I ain't taking them. So there we go there. Come back over here. Let's look at some Evaldi props. His outs started high. They're trending off. I don't like that. Strikeouts is very up and down. I don't like that. Hits, very up and down. Earned runs and walks. So the bats that do look green, you got some bases here. You got Verdugo, Wells, Chisholm, and Volpe. You can see the numbers. And Rice, they're all 7 out of 10. They didn't really stand out. I already have 2 plays in this one. So for this, I have my information. I'm taking Rodon under 2.5 earned runs, and I'm going to put the Yankees in the moneyline parlay, the exact same setup I had yesterday. So that's it for this one. Next game. All right, next we got Oakland and Toronto. Toronto, moderate favorite, 9 total. 54% Nerfy based on what they've done this year. Oakland, 1.7 for last in runs and $1.94 for 26. So basically Texas, but flip-flopped. It's just terrible in both still. Toronto, 4.3 to 270. They're just mid. It's basically the same game, different uniforms. So we can look at the weather. It is in a dome because it's in Toronto. Pitchers, we got Beto, Ovio, whatever you want to call this dude's name. There you go. You can see Angels roughed him up nice and proper. But outside of that, he's been decent. I mean, back when He was a reliever. Now he's more. I know he's listed as a relief pitcher. This dude's a starter now. He went 6 innings last game. You're a starter. Congratulations. Yariel was good against New York last game. You can see what he's done. He has not faced Oakland. He has not faced Toronto. Should be mentioning that more often. Let's pop over to props. So we come over here. We want to the outlier. Open this up. Link in the description. Check it out. It's awesome. They got an awesome app. All that good stuff. You can check all that stuff out. Let's go with Vital first since he's the road guy. Boop, boop. Zip up. 1 at bat. That's all the history we have. Toronto versus righties. Some do all right. Vladdy's 319. Yeah, we got some low 2s. That's okay. Okay, so Vladdy does well. Horowitz as well. No one else does. Yeah, that's not good. Strikeouts. He stepped up his game because he's pitching more. This is 2024. There we go. But his actual like lengthy starts. They don't put anything on here for like 1 inning. So you can see what he's done. I still need to see more from him before I take any props for him. Uriel has done nothing against Oakland. Oakland versus righties. Ooh, Rooker almost 300. He's not bad. Alvarez is almost, he don't play much. McCann. I mean, they're not bad numbers. There's some ones, but they're not bad. They're not terrible, but you see recently they're terrible. So strikeouts, hits, earned runs, walks. None of those props look good at all. And then we come over here. We have 4 dudes. Vladdy is on bases. Clements on HRR, 7 out of 10. Kirk is 7 out of 10. I mean, 8 out of 10 on HR. And Bedley has hit a base in 9 out of 10 games. I ain't taking none of those. I don't like any of this game. I'm just going to be honest with you. I mean, yeah, Toronto is better statistically, but I mean, they're still kind of just mid. So, I mean, both pitches are decent, but I just don't like this game. It doesn't feel good. Nothing feels right. I'm not taking a Nerfy. I don't care. I say that. Should I? Both pitchers are good. I just said this. I'm talking myself into it as we talk. Nerfies have been terrible 2 days in a row. You know what? I ain't never scared. Bone crusher. All right, Oakland, Toronto. You see the offenses. Oakland's terrible. I think Bido can hold Toronto from getting a run because only one good's apparently Vladdy. So we're gonna take the Nerfy in this one. We're going to take it and move on to the next game. All right, next game, Detroit, San Fran. Again, Detroit is playing games with the pitchers. They have not announced who's pitching today. It's getting annoying, Detroit. Baseball, do something about this. You can see San Fran's a massive favorite. 7.5 your total. I'll show you what I can, though. Detroit's offense is bottom 10, 3.7, 230. That's 24th to 22nd. San Fran, 6.3, 252. That's 4th to 17th. Moderate advantage bats go towards San Fran. Detroit's striking out a bunch too. We saw that Ray had a field day yesterday when it came to strikeouts. That was a great hit. Let's look at let's start with the weather. If I show you, there we go. Weather, there we go. You can see 6 miles an hour, nice day. This is 4:05 Eastern, should be blowing out. Could change, it's the weather. And we look at pictures, we look at Webb. This is about all we have. Ooh, Webb has been, I mean, he had an up and down July. Yeah, last game of July was great. And his last 2 games have been great, which is good. It's what you want to see. How you doing lately? So pop over to props. Let's see. History for Detroit. 0 for 7, 0 for 3. That's what you like to see. And against righties, bad. Anybody actually good? 243's mid. You don't play enough. 266, I guess. Is that your best? Oh god, this might be a bad day. This might be bad. Okay, hits 6.5. I know he gives us some hits, but bruh. Strikeouts and earned runs, walks and outs. Ooh, what's your strikeouts? 5.5. You're less than 50% this year on it. Okay, yeah. I thought maybe. Oh, wait. Let me check the bats real quick just to see. We have 2. We have Parker Meadow bases and Baez bases. That's it. It's all Detroit. Where's San Fran people? See, this game's just jacked. This is a weird game. There's so much stuff missing. So, all right, this one we're gonna We're going to be smart. We are just going to leave it alone, pass, and move on to the next game. All right, next up, Houston and Boston. Is slight favorite Boston, even though it seems to be a bullpen game for Boston. Weird. 10.5 total. We see 47% Nerfy. Let's pop to weather real quick. I keep forgetting to do that. Weather, there we go. Out 10 miles an hour. You can see nice, beautiful weather. It could change, though. It could change. So let's go back over here to the info. Houston, 6 runs a game, 348 average in the last 3. That's 7th and 2nd. They have figured it out. They are on fire. Boston, 4.7, a $1.90. They went from first in batting average 2 weeks ago to almost last. They have fell off a cliff. So you can see the numbers there. Houston's not striking out. Boston's back to striking out a ton. So, yep, okay. Houston has the advantage now. Clear as day here. So let's look at the pitchers. We have, it's the longest named matchup I've ever seen this season. So we have Arrighetti versus Winkowski. Yeah, okay. Scrabble numbers right there. You can see what they've done. He's been, yeah, he hasn't faced Houston. He's been pretty decent. That was a great call. 12 strikeouts. It was 6.5 was the number. I said over. Sure enough. I mean, hell, what's the number today? It might be like 4 or 5.5. I might take the over again because Boston strikes out a ton. Winkowski is a reliever, obviously. 2-1. You see, yeah, not even worth looking at him. So let's look over at the outlier. First we have is Arrighetti. Arrighetti, spaghetti. History, none. Boston, righties. Well, we got some good numbers. No one's bad. They're righties. Okay, cool. Outs. I mean, he consistently goes 6 innings now. That should be something. And I don't see Boston teeing off on him because Boston's struggling. Strikeouts. It's 5.5. Oh, you surely you jest, good sir. Yeah. Yep. Come on. Arrighetti over 5.5 Ks. Boston strikes out a ton. Arrighetti is feeling it. So, yeah, I shall be taking that one. Hits, earned runs, and walks. Ooh, he walks a lot too, but hey, whatever. I don't see Boston teeing off, and I see them striking out at least 6 times, especially with the way they've been doing. And let's go over to, we don't have a counterpart, do we? Can we look at history at least for the other team? Oh, well, we do have some history. Oh, look at this. Just no props. Got it. So history, Houston likes this guy. They tee off on him a little bit. No home runs, but just some high OPS. And Houston versus righties, they're a lot of red, but that's terrible. It's Diaz. I still like it. Okay, cool. And we don't have props for him. So bats, we have Rafaela, Devers. Devers was a loss yesterday. A lot of Boston dudes, 7 out of 10, but I guarantee you, it's going down in some bases. All right. And so with this offense, what's the odds? Houston. So I'm taking Arrighetti because you got to take the starter of the bullpen guy. So I'm taking Arrighetti over 5.5 Ks, and I'm putting Boston in the money line parlay as we sit here and talk about it. So outside of that, oh, that's good enough. I don't want more than 2 plays a game. So Arrighetti over 5.5 strikeouts. Boston money line parlay. Not Boston. Ooh, go. Whoa. Houston money line parlay. About messed up. Ooh, coffee needs to kick in more. So there we go. Houston money line parlay. Arrighetti 5.5 strikeouts. Next game. All right, next up we got San Diego and Miami. San Diego is a pretty heavy favorite on the road. 8.5 pitches total. They're in a dome. No weather to worry about. So we go straight to the bats. 53% Nerfy based on what they've done this year. 7.3, 278 average at 2nd and 10th for San Diego. Miami, 4 runs, 206. That's 19th and 25th. So advantage San Diego right there. And San Diego doesn't strike out much. We know this. Miami does. So looking at pitchers, we got Munoz going out there. We see what he has done. He got lit up a little bit against Cincy. Not much there. Definitely against Baltimore. A little bit against Houston. So he gives up some runs. That's what you expect out of him. So garbage. So, and we go, Waldron's going out there. You can see pretty good last game. Dodgers got him pretty good. 3-1. Atlanta got him for 4 and 3. So the numbers, and I would still take Waldron. So we have an advantage pitching and bats for San Diego. Probably go on the money line, but we will look at the props just to be safe. Munoz, history, bang, nothing. San Diego versus righties. They seem to like them some righties. Even the Reds are still good. Every number's good. I mean, the worst number is what? The 220 is the worst number? Yeah, it might be a rough day. And San Diego's on fire. I mean, they won in a row now. 6. They have a 6-game winning streak. That's worth noting. Strikeouts against San Diego. Good luck. He ain't happening. Hits. Nope. Earned runs. Up and down. Walks and outs. Yeah, he's very up and down. And we come over here to Waldron. This should be a little bit better, at least I would assume. We got some history. Not much of history, but there is some there. Against righties. Miami's decent against righties, unless your name is him or him. So a lot. We got some green. 374. Edwards loves him a righty. But can you hit a knuckleball? That's the question, because that's what he shall be throwing probably, because that's that pitch he likes to throw that he's figured out that a lot of people have trouble with. His outs have, these last 2 games, I don't like that. Strikeouts, 4.5 against Miami. Ooh, you've hit it more often than not, and you faced Miami back in May and got him for 8. Ooh, I think I like it. I think I'm liking it. Over 4.5 Ks. Yeah. Yeah, it's even plus money. Oh, even better. Now I definitely like it. So it's not one of those minus 200, like those Twitter cappers that post 5 picks. They're all minus 200. And then they say, oh, if it goes 5-0, I'm giving a $200 giveaway to whoever likes this. Like, get out of here. Scammer. So, oh, shots fired. I know. Yeah, you can see earned runs, walks. This straight trash. All right, let's go to the bats. A lot of green choices to pick from. You got lots of options, lots of HRR, 70%. The best one, Machado, 9 out of 10 HRR. It's pretty high odds though, 155. If you want to do it, by all means. Bases, Merrill. We don't have a history, so we don't know. I already got Waldron, and I'm taking San Diego, so I'm not going to add another one. So San Diego's in the main line parlay. Waldron's at over 4.5 strikeouts. You see the bats, by all means. What's the total? 8.5? Miami's not good enough to help with that. So for me, I'm just going to take Waldron, 4.5 strikeouts. San Diego goes in the main line parlay, and next game. All right, next up, we got Texas Yankees, the sequel. Part 2 today at the doubleheader. Yankees pretty heavily favored, 8.5. Weather report shows, same as earlier, 10 miles an hour blowing out. Got some nice sunny skies. Should be a good day. Looking at pitchers, stats first, I mean, nothing's changed. This is part 2 of the doubleheader. Texas, still abysmal. Yankees, still mid. There you go. Looking over here, Cody Bradford's going out there. It says he's a starter, but dude's a reliever. Come on. Just because you start the game doesn't mean you actually a starter. I mean, look at these stats. I mean, he has been terrible too. So, yeah, there you go. And then Garrett Cole's going out there. And the Mets got him, but outside of that, Boston got him. But, yeah, we'll see. You guys still got to give Cole the advantage in pitching. I would definitely give the Yankee bats advantage in hitting, but it is part 2. And part 2, since these are back, there's no break. These are back to back. This is effectively an 18-inning game. So, second game, we don't know there's going to be a lot of people not playing or getting pulled early, getting pinch hit for. I expect that happening. So, let's pop over to the props, see what we got. What screen is this? What am I doing? Oh, that's right. I don't have props. I do not have props for this one. That's right. I have nothing. So, do I even have bats? No, I have literally no props. Okay, that's cool. No problem. So for this one, I mean, obviously I would lean Yankees money line. I don't want to do it because I don't know who's gonna play because it's back to back. So play it safe. I already got him in the first game. Second game, I'll just lay off and just move on to the next game. All right, next up, we got Angels and Nationals. It's basically a pick 'em with a total of 9. Looking at the weather, we have a 5 miles an hour, blowing slightly in. Nice day overall. 59% nerfy based on what they've done this year. We can see 6.3 and 316 for Angel. That's 4th and 4th overall in the past 3 games. Washington, 4 runs, 218. That's 19th and 24th. So Angels get the advantage when it comes to the offense here recently. They're tied at 8.3 on strikeouts. Looking at the pitchers, we got Griffin Canning going out there. You can see what he has done. He hasn't faced Washington. He's been blowing up a little bit. He's had a couple decent games, but yeah, he's prone to get blown up. And then Captain Blow Up himself is going out there, Mr. Corbin. And we can see his 2 games ago, yeah, he posted a triple-double, basically. And 7-4. Before that, he was good. I give him that. But yeah, I'm expecting, he gives us some hits, and he is facing the Angels, who are number 4 in runs and average right now. So, let's please look at some props. Please let me look at some props real quick. I'm a little excited. Pilar's 3 for 10. Drury's 3 for 10. Stands out. Against lefties, 3, 3, 4, 4. Trash, 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 trash. Okay. All right, so the ones that are good, the ones that are bad are bad. There we go. So half the line's going to be trash today. That's what I see. Strikeouts, 4.5. Why am I looking? He ain't striking out. He could easily, but I just know. No, he's like an auto fade or layoff. This is what we do. We never bet for him. We bet against him. Earned runs, 2.5 might be the move. It's either hits or earned runs. Hits, he did good against San Diego and Cincy. Well, Cincy's kind of trash at this time frame, but San Diego's been good. That's kind of impressive. This might be the move right here. Yeah, I think. Yeah, we're gonna go with the numbers. We're gonna go Corbin over 2.5 earned runs allowed. There we go. We'll take that. Let's look at his counterpart and see if Griffin's got anything happening. A whole bunch of red, but no, not really many at bats. Washington versus righties, a lot of 200. It was a 400, a lot of 200, $150. Yeah, they're about mid. That's what you expect. Strikeouts for Canning. Why is Canning striking out? How are they? 8.3 for 15th, so they're right in the middle. Washington's not really a strikeout team, though. That's interesting. Okay. He does walk a good bit too. Ooh. And then the pitching outs, very up and down. I'm not liking those. Let's go to bats. Wood call with a walk-off yesterday. He called game. Haha. Garcia, 70% HR. Pilar. There's Pilar again. Huh. Pilar was over here on this list, wasn't he? Wasn't he there? Pilar, he's 3 for 10. 300. I mean, it's only 10 at bats. I need more data. All right. So for me, I'm just going to take Corbin over 2.5 earned runs. I'm not going to take the Angels money line. I already got a few. It's not that big of a gap, and Corbin could easily pitch a good game. So I'm just going to take Corbin to give up 3 runs and move on to the next game. All right, next up we got St. Louis and Kansas City. KC's a slight favorite, 9 is your total. Looking at the weather, we have basically no wind. Another nice day. Nice. Let's look at the bats. 48% Nerfy based on what they've done this year. 5.7, 290 for St. Louis. That's 9th and 6th in the last 3. They're both top 10 right now. 6 runs, 248 for KC. That's 7th and 18th. So I would still give St. Louis a slight advantage overall in the bats. St. Louis ain't striking out. KC is starting to strike out more than usual. KC's usually top 3 and never striking out, but here in the last few games, they've been striking out more. Interesting. Pitchers, we got Palante going out there for St. Louis. Mets got him. Before that, pretty decent numbers. Yeah, you can see what he's done. Pretty good. Can't complain about any of that. Has not faced. Oh, he did face Casey. It blended in. 6.1, 6 and 4 in his last outing against them on the 10th. So exactly a month ago, he faced Casey. Interesting. And 5 strikeouts. Waka's going out there, and I believe, yep, he faced the exact same day. 5 innings, 7 hits, 3 earned, 3 strikeouts, same day. But since then, great game, good game, good game, good game. That's Waka. That's what he does. Let's look over at the props, see if anything stands out. Oh, we're on Waka. Let's go Waka first. A lot of green. They like Waka. I mean, not many at bats though. Like Goldie's 3 for 10. That's Nolan's 3 for 9, 2 for 10. Yeah. Oh, Nolan, 3 home runs and 9 at bats. Welcome to the list of standouts, buddy. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, you're going in a home run parlay, my friend. Welcome to the show. Against righties, you can see how they do. We got some 300s up there. We got some 100s. A lot of nothing really stands out there. Props, strikeouts. Ooh, very up and down. Hits. Up and down. Earn runs. Where is this dude's consistency? I mean, it's walks. Yeah. There's some consistency, but there's right in the middle of it. Palante, strikeouts. He had a 1 there and a 2 there and a whole bunch of good ones, but your number's 2.5. You're going against KC, who doesn't strike out much usually, but they're striking out more now. It is 160? Nah, pass, brother. Pass. I can't. They're expecting you to give 7 hits at least against an offense batting 248 right now? What do you know that I don't know? That's why it's plus. What's the under? Yeah, that makes more sense. But I'm still not taking it. So, earned runs, very up and down, walks and outs. It's all, nothing stands out. Let's go to bats. I have 3 choices. I have Massey, HRR, 7 out of 10. Nolan, there he is. There's his 2 bases. And Vinny Pasquantino is 80% HRR. Those are your options. It's not good options, guys. Not good at all. Ooh. So the bats, I gave a slight advantage to St. Louis because the pitching, I would say they're about equal. I mean, maybe walked by a little bit, but yeah, probably by a little bit. So that kind of cancels out. I ain't taking a nerfy in this game. You crazy? I don't like any of the props. So for me personally, I'm just going to pass on this one and just move on to the next game. All right, next up, Cincinnati, Milwaukee. Milwaukee's a slight favorite. 8 is your total. Weather, they're in a dome. Doesn't matter. So 51% nerfy based on what they've done this year. 5.7, 277 average. That's 9th and 11th for Cincy in their last 3. Milwaukee has won 4 in a row. 10.7, 358. Number 1 in both of those in the last 3. So Milwaukee's on fire. Yet they are striking out 28th most. I mean, 11.7 strikeouts. Crazy. Looking over at the, see, in a dome. Told you, Miller Park. Tobias is the pitcher from Milwaukee. We see what he has done recently against whoever he's faced. He has not faced Cincinnati, but his number's been pretty good. Can't complain, but he doesn't pitch that long. That's the only thing. He only goes like 4 or 5 innings. Martinez is going out there. He is a reliever, but he is one of those weird ones that he might go 5, he might go 1. Since he's just trying to keep you on your toes, you don't know what they're going to do. So yeah, he is a pitcher. So there you go. Let's go to props. Boop. We got Nick Martinez. We have history with him, I believe we can see. Yes, we can. Not much, though. It's a lot of red with a lot of 1s next to it. So not much info there. Milwaukee versus righties. They seem to be doing pretty good. Every number is good. 202 for Bowers is the worst one. Everybody else is at least like a 230. Okay. All right. There you go, buddy. I mean, he has props. All right. Let's look at him. Hits 5.5. I mean, if you think he's going 1 inning, you go under. If you think he's going, I mean, there could be some plays here when they do stuff like this. When you have a pitcher like this, you don't know how they're going to go. It's probably just straight gambling, but hey, it's fun. That's what it's about. Betting is for entertainment only. So, let's see. Myers. Let's go look at your history, buddy. Nothing. Cincy versus righties. A lot of red. Lower 2s. Ellie's good, but we know Ellie's good. That's just Ellie. That's what he does. Let's see. Outs. He's trending down. Strikeouts. Up and down. Hits. Making a nice little pyramid. Earned runs. I'm not liking any of these. Go to the bats. Not much. And then apparently Fairchild is a little injured. Looks like he might not play. Okay, interesting. Chorio, however you say it. I'm calling him Cheerio. Don't like the cereal. There we go. He has been on fire. And then Hoskins, yep. But you're going against relievers, and I need to know who you're facing. I need somebody with a good advantage. And I hate bullpen games. I hate when they do this because it's just so hard to really judge and like, oh, bullpens are terrible. We should go against them. No, some bullpens are amazing. Some bullpens are better than the starter they could throw out there. So. Okay. What's the over-under? It's 8. Bullpen game for one side, number 1 offense on the side, 9th and 11th. That's what we're going to go with. That's the play I'm going with. Over 8. And over 8 is my favorite play of any play to take because, beautiful. Over 8, Cincinnati, Milwaukee. We're not going to take anything else. Next game. All right, next up, Cleveland, Minnesota. Pretty much a pick 'em. 8.5 your total. Looking at the weather real quick, you can see 9 blowing out. Should be a nice day. Can't complain there. Looking at this, 49% nerfy based on what they've done this year. Cleveland has lost 7 games in a row. I know it sounds weird to say, but they have. Look at what they've done the past week. 2.7 runs, a buck 94 in the last 3. That's 29th and 26th. That ain't going to get it done. Minnesota, 4 runs, 275. That's 19th and 12th. They're mid, but they're better than Cleveland. So, yeah, there you go. Looking at the pitchers, we got Gavin going out there. Gavin had a rough game against Baltimore, had a rough game against the White Sox. But then he stat padded nice when he played Detroit 3 times. And we know Detroit's offense is just not good. So, there you go. Simeon Woods Richardson. He's been giving up hits recently, more often than I like. He used to be pretty consistent. Under 4.5 was just nice. Not lately. So we kind of have to leave that alone for a while. So look over at props. Gavin has literally not much of a history against any of the Minnesota dudes. Minnesota prefers lefties unless your name is Miranda. Miranda likes them some righties. Everyone else kind of seems to like lefties more. Props. Hits are very up and down. Strikeouts higher recently, but you're facing Minnesota, who's second in strikeouts in the last 3 games. I wouldn't. No, I can't. Earned runs very up and down. Walks and outs. I ain't liking none of that. I ain't digging none of that stuff. Simeon, what's up, buddy? What you got? You have some basically 1 game worth of stuff. Nothing really stands out. Cleveland versus righties. Some occasionally like righties, but then some don't. There's one 300. It's Quan, but he's 300 both ways, I think. So nothing stands out. Strikeouts 3.5 against Cleveland. Cleveland doesn't strike out much, even though they're striking out more than usual. They're usually in the top 5. So I mean, people might be all over this today, but I just don't. I just can't. I'm probably leaving his props alone today. I've already kind of looked through these, and I'm just not seeing anything that really stands out. Like, ooh, I must take. People will be on this one today, I think. But head to head in May, he only got 2, and yeah, he's gone over. But look how many times he's gone over by a hook, by 4. Twitter cappers do this. So it was like, oh, I missed it. Instead of putting the red X, they'll put the hook emoji. Like, it's the same damn thing. You lost. That's what it matters. Why don't we put the hook for the ones they hit? That's a green hook. But no, they don't want to do that because it affects the branding. I woke up and chose violence this morning, I think. Because I'm feeling some type of way. So there we go. So up. Can't forget the bats. Quan, 1.5 HR. There's another one. Jose, 9 out of 10. Guess which one was the one? That's right, the game I took yesterday. So, yeah, he went 1. He got 1 out of HR instead of 1.5. It happens. So what can you do? No, there you go. They're the bats. I'm not liking anything in this game, personally. So for me, I'm just going to lay out this one completely and just move on to the next one. All right, next up, we got Cubs and White Sox. The Cubs are minus 230. Very heavy favorites. 9 is your total. Looking at the weather, wind's going to be blowing out 13 miles an hour. That should matter to some. Some it wasn't. So there you go. Let's look at the numbers. We see 61% NERT feed chance based on what's happened this year. A 7.3 and a 333 average for the Cubs. That's second and third in the last 3 games. Chicago 4.3 and 264. That's middle of the road. That's good for them. They're at 90 losses already. Whew. What a season. You can see 7.7, 6.3. Both are decent strikeouts. And pitchers. Let's see. Steele's going out there. It's a good game, rough game, good, rough, good, good. His rough games are Arizona and Cincy. He has not faced the White Sox recently. Flexen is going out here. He flexed a loss in this one. Not good there. Has not faced the Cubbies. He just gives up runs. That's all I'm saying. I mean, Cubs seem to do the play already, but 230. Oh, I don't like money lines that high. I just don't. Let's look at the histories and everything. We're on Steele, so we want Steele first. History. Stenzel's 5 out of 10. You're 1 for 3 and you're 0 for 3. Against lefties, this is Chicago. Every day I say this. I mean, he's 300, but he doesn't. That's about it. 293. We got a couple decent ones now. Strikeouts 5.5. Very up and down. They're not striking out much. Hits very up and down. Earn runs, walks. I need consistency in a pitcher prop, and that's not enough. Flexing. Ooh, see this is consistency for me. Over 4.5 against a team like Chicago, who's batting 333 and was 400 yesterday. They're technically on fire, but yet, how many innings does he actually pitch? Though is the question. That's what matters more, I think. Oh, Google froze. Okay, I was like, what's going on? All right. Um, yeah, so he's going the 6-ish innings. He just got kind of roughed up. He got really roughed up in that game, so they pulled him. So I think I like this one. I think I'm going Flexen over 4.5 hits allowed. We're gonna add that one for sure. Strikeouts, earned runs, walks, and oops. Yeah, yeah. Let's look at the hitters. Bases, Vaughn's HRR, Benintendi's HRR, Horner's HRR, and Pete Crow HRR. They're all in the green. I don't know if I like any of those. Have I even taken a batter prop yet today? I have not. Interesting. Nothing's really standing out though. Some days it's like that. Some days you don't have any. Like yesterday I had like 6. So, all right. Cool. So for this one, I'm not putting Chicago. Wait. Yesterday's total was 7-6. Every time they play, it feels like there's a lot of runs between both teams. It's like they try harder. Okay. We're going to do this. I'm not putting Chicago Cubs in the money line. Do I think they win? Yeah. But I'm not putting them in there because this is a series where every time I see the score, it's always like a 1 or 2 run game. It's very close. So for me, I'm going to take Flexen over 4.5 hits allowed, and I'm taking over 9 today. Just saying, I'm going to take over 9. The wind's blowing out. We might have some home runs. Yay, we'll see. We'll take those 2, move on to the next game. All right, next up, Baltimore and Tampa. Baltimore, moderate favorite on the road, 7.5. It's in Tampa. They're in their dome, so don't worry about weather there. 58% Nerfy based on what they've done this year. 5.7, 245. That's 9th and 20th for Baltimore. 3 and 248. That's 28th and 18th for Tampa. Baltimore's got the edge here slightly. Tampa's just kind of bad right now offensively. So both striking out 12 for 8 times a game for 12th. Looking over at the pitches, we got Burns going out there. Burnsy has not faced Tampa recently. You can see what he's done. I mean, he's, Cleveland gone for a little bit, but still, these are good numbers. And some random creative player named Drew Rasmussen's going out there today. 2 innings. He's a starter with 2 innings. Yeah, this is straight MLB The Show, creative player, just enter him into the slot. That's what it is. Who is this dude? So you can see the numbers. We don't know how long he's going to pitch for. Props. So, I mean, come on. Okay, let's see. He has stats. He has strikeout prop. It's 2.5. And the last, his stats went since last year. Okay, great. Oh, the props are broken for this one. All right, let's look at the history. They have some history against him. 0 for 10, 0 for 11, 3, 6, 4. We're getting some... Yeah, they love them some righties, though. Baltimore loves hitting some righties. That's what they do. And his strikeouts, and yeah, this doesn't even make sense because he only pitched 2 innings last game. Yeah, if he pitches a bunch of innings, he might do this, but I don't know. Let's go to Corbin. Corbin, history, whoop. And we see not much information, to be honest. Carlson's only 133. Nothing's really standing out against righties. Because even the greens are hundreds. Ooh, this is Tampa gonna struggle, looks like, against the all-star starter. Ooh. Okay. Hits 4.5. I don't like that. If it was 5.5, I might go under, but I'm not liking that. Strikeouts 6.5. I mean, I know Tampa's not striking out like they were a few days ago. They're only 12th now. If they were still like 20th to 30th, I'd be all over this, but 6.5. Ooh, no. Pass. Earned runs, very up and down. Walks, outs. See, that's consistent, but it's right there. That line is like, is he going 6 or is he going more? Odds makers know what they're doing. Okay, I don't like any of these. Let's go over to the bats. Jackson Holiday, 9 out of 10 HRR for half. Oh, that's funny. Bases, Cowser. Cowser is plus 120 against Tampa. That's funny. Against this dude who, he only pitched 2 innings, but they were 2 solid innings. I can't complain. I joke on him. I don't know who he is, obviously, but 2 nothing innings, yeah, that's pretty good. And he looked like he was pretty good last year in the strikeouts, so I might leave that alone. All right, what's the total? 7.5? Oh, terrible. I'm not feeling nothing in this game, to be honest. I mean, yeah, I lean Baltimore in both pitching in this, but I'm not putting them to parlay. No shot, no chance I can't do that. So for me, I'm just gonna pass on everything and just move on to the next game. All right, next up, Philly at Arizona. It's pretty much a pick 'em, 8.5. They're in a dome, so there's no weather. 39% nerfy based on what they do. This year, 5.7, 271. That's 9th and 13th for Philly. 4, 289. That's 19th and 7th. So Philly has the runs, Arizona has the average. That's a weird situation. Funny how that happens. Looking at the pitchers, we have Nola going out there today. Decent. I mean, not decent, not great. Good, same. Yeah. I mean, nothing really, no blow ups. 4 runs is the most you're giving up. I can't complain too much about that. Collins going out there 5 now. 5's pushing at 6. That's too much. Okay, so yeah, I would say 4 is your limit. 3, I would consider average. 4, that's high. Anything over, you got blew up. So you have not faced Philly and you have not faced Zona. Good to know. Good to know. Let's pop over to the props. We got Zachary first. See what he has done historically. Turner, 222 and 18. Not good. 0. Nothing's truly standing out. Philly against righties. Philly likes lefties better. Even though there's a couple 300s on here, they still like lefties better. Okay, look at the props. Outs, he's trending up, which is nice, but now did he go too high? Is he going to come back down? It's a question. I haven't took a pitcher out prop in like a week now, and it feels right. It feels good. I just don't know. It's weird. Ever since the break, we got teams getting ready to go to postseason mode, so they're trying to get their star pitchers and their main pitchers a little bit of a break so they don't wear out the arms too much, which makes sense. I get it, but for bettors is annoying. I like consistency, so it's very 2 staircases, earn runs, walks, and nothing looks good there. Nola, what's up, Nola? Which you have some history. Jock has got 300 on you with a home run. Bell's 217. That ain't good. Oh yeah, nothing's good. Against righties, the numbers are just all the numbers are good. Ooh, 571, but it's only 7 at bats. Yeah, 215 is your worst number on the board. So yeah, there is good both sides overall, which is what you want. You want your batters to be good both sides, and just yeah. So hits 5. Ooh, that's close. That's so close. If it was 4.5, I'd be all over it, but I can't do 5. Strikeouts? No. I know Arizona's striking out a good bit recently, but I just don't see. The Dodgers were striking out like last week when they faced them, and he still couldn't get 5. So, no. Yeah, not like that. Let's go to bats. I don't like either pitchers. Got a good bit of batter props. We got some bases. We got Alec here for over 1.5 HRR. We got Corbin and Gino and Perdomo and Jock and Schwarber. A lot of options. Don't like any of them. So we got 2 good pitchers. They're both pretty good pitchers, so it's kind of hard to do. Offenses, we got 2 middle of the road versus 2 decent pitchers. This makes it very hard. What's the total? 8.5. It was 8. I would take the over, but 8.5. I'm not going to do it. Not taking a nerfy. Yeah, no. There's nothing in this game I like, so I'm just going to pass. Move on to the next game. All right, next up, Atlanta in Colorado. Atlanta, big, heavy favorite, like they always are. 10.5 your total. Let's look at the weather. It is Colorado. They're outside. 4 miles an hour. Storms. That should be fun. Looking at this. Hey, did you know Atlanta's on a 6-game losing streak? Yeah, they are. And they're still almost 200 favorite just because of the name on the chest. 5.7, 296, 9th and 5th for Atlanta. Hey, they're doing good offensively. Sure, good job. But you can't win games. It doesn't matter. Colorado, 3.3, 242, 26 and 21st, and they won a game. Hey, Atlanta striking out second to last, 12.3 times a game. Colorado, 4th to last at 10.7. So, yeah, strikeouts are going to probably be in play today. So, let's look at the pitchers. We got Max Fried Chicken over here. You can see what he has done. Boop, boop. Has not faced Rado recently. He ain't done much of nothing recently. He's been out for a little bit, so he missed a few weeks, but it's just fine. He pitched a great All-Star, came back, 4 and 5. First game back, whatever. Yeah, he's been struggling a little bit. So, and then Dakota Hudson. Yeah, a month ago he got DFA'd by the Rockies, and now he's back starting for the Rockies today. So, I mean, who knows what's going on in Colorado? That ownership is terrible. They need to get rid of them somehow. Oh, Colorado could be a powerhouse in baseball if they had the right minded ownership there, because there's no one close to them. So, I digress. I grew up a Rockies fan, if you can't tell. Little hesitant against them. So, but yeah, he was not good. So there you go. Over 10.5 might be the move. Let's look at the props. All we have is Max Fried. Look at his. I don't have any props for Hudson. Do I even have a history for Hudson? No, I have nothing for Hudson. So, all right. For him, history against Rockies. Rockies kind of struggle against him. That's what you want to see if you're an Atlanta fan. Against lefties, we guess for some of the Rockies like lefties. Some of the Rockies hate lefties. So it's about split 50-50. All right, out 17.5. Ooh, he is gone down. And then a 10. I don't think so. Strikeouts, 5.5. Colorado strike out a good bit. I don't know. I don't know. Runs, walks. There's been games where he doesn't even get above 4, and that was Yankees, Pirates, Philly, and Baltimore. Of course, you strike out 13 Red Sox randomly on June 4th. Arizona, Miami. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. Let's go to bats. Bats. Really, that's it. Austin Riley over 2.5 HRR is 7 out of 10, and Rogers 1.5 is 7 out of 10. That's all the options we have. Terrible game here. Oh my goodness. What's the over under again? 10.5. Yeah. It was 6-5 yesterday. It hit the hat. It won by a hook. Like, come on. That's just terrible. This game's just not good. I don't know. We don't know how long Dakota's going to actually pitch for. We don't know how long Matt's going to pitch for. So, I don't like it. I'm just passing. I'm moving on to the next game. Next up, Pittsburgh and Dodgers. Pretty much a pick 'em. 8 is your total. Looking at the weather, it is outside. It is 6 miles an hour, blowing out. There might be a home run or two added because of that. Probably not, but you never know. Nice day overall. Looking at the info, Pittsburgh is on a 5-game losing streak. Did you know that? But now you do. So 6.3, 288. Pittsburgh has offense recently. They've been the top 8 in both categories in the last 3 games. That's good for somebody pitching today, except for they are striking out the worst of anyone in the last day, 3 days, week, and 2 weeks. They just can't stop striking out. Dodgers, 5 runs, 228. That's 14th to 23rd. Advantage goes to Pittsburgh. Sure. And we head over to the pitchers. The why it matters is because it's Paul Skeens Day. Everyone celebrate. Yay. There we go. So I was called crazy in the comments last time he pitched, and I said, I'm taking over hits. And they said, no, not King Skeens. Like, no. He gives up hits. It's okay. Yeah, he can give up 5 hits and still win a game. But he lost. It happens. So he's still a beast. We know that. So let's look at what he has done. Yeah. 2 earned runs is the most he gives up. Now, saying over 2.5 earned runs, that would be a crazy play. But we're not crazy around here. If anything, he might get some run support today for once. He might actually win today. What? Oh, and then River Ryan's going out there against him. Nice little matchup. Pretty good numbers himself. This is going to be a good matchup. So the points, the bats are doing that. Odds are 8. Under 8? That feels like cheating. I don't like that. Let's come over to props. Let's check a look. See what we got. Let's start with River, since we just said River's name. Boop, boop. River, history. There is none. Pittsburgh versus righties. Green's good. Well, Hunters aren't good. 293. Yeah, they might get a little bit of offensive help today. Let's see, hits. Yeah, there's not much. It's hard to do props if somebody's only pitched 3 games, so we can look through them, but I'm not taking any of these. He's walked 3 a game. That's consistency if it isn't not. And let's go Paul Skeens to see what his history is. As you face the Dodgers, you have this year, and he got a home run. Holtani hit a home run off him. That was fun. Now it's in LA, so this should be even more fun. Otani 314 versus righties. So is Freeman. Do we put Otani on the standout list? I mean, it's only 3 at bats, but I can't really. No, I need more. I need more data. Outs. He seems to always go 6, except for this one. He went 5 1/3 and got pulled. Oh, strikeouts has been down a couple games. Is the arm getting tired? That could be a thing. Hits. Back up to 5 again. See, this one's some of the hits, earned runs, and walks. How are the bats doing for LA? 4th and 23rd in average? Ugh. Wait, how are strikeouts? They're not striking out much. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That ain't good for the strikeout people. 6.5, though. Yeah, I feel people are going to hammer this line today because of who he is. And they won't see this right here. Terrible. Okay. I just... Ugh. I lean Pittsburgh to win, but I'm starting to get concerned because is his arm giving out a little bit because of all the pitching he's done? I've already passed on 3 straight games too. That doesn't matter. I think in this one, oh, I forgot bats. I almost forgot bats. Silly me. McCutcheon, bases, 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 bases. Hernandez, Lux, Hayward. These are all 80% HR. I'm just not liking batter props today. I have not liked a single one because I need a bad pitcher with some history. I need this to match up. I'm just not getting it today. So I don't like any of those. I hate to say it. I lean Pittsburgh, but they're on a losing streak. They're going against the Dodgers. I think River Ryan's good, just no one's going to talk about him because Skeen's pitching today. I think I'm just going to pass and move on to the next game. All right, next up, last game, Mets and Mariners. I have actually passed on 4 straight games, and you know, I'm not mad at it because if my day could end by like 9 o'clock and I don't have to worry about the night games at all, really, that makes a Saturday night much more enjoyable. So I'll be already done. But if we find something in this game, I'll play it, obviously. So for this one, we have it. It's pretty Seattle's slight favorite, 7.5. It's in Seattle, so I believe it should be in a dome. It is in a dome. And then we see history, 58% Murphy based on what they've done this year. 4.7, 287. That's 15th and 9th for the Mets in the last 3. Mid. Seattle, 4 runs. $1.85, 19th and 29th. Seattle average, terrible. But the runs are going up. Somehow they're getting runs still. I don't know how they're doing it. And strikeouts, 8.3 and 9. Both mid, which is good for Seattle. They're usually terrible, so they're doing better. First things first, we got Manaea going out there. We see what he's done. Dude has been pretty good last couple games and giving up runs. Has not faced Seattle recently. Miami got him for 5 runs of all teams. Miami? You let Miami do that? Okay. And Logan Gilbert's going out there for Seattle. We can see what they have done. Boston hit a 777 on him. And that's about it. Up and down. He's either lights out or lights on. That's the only 2 options he has. So let's look at some props with him. See if anything stands out. I guess we're going Manaea first. Okay, that's fine. We have some actual history. 316 and 19 is not bad. 385 and 13 for Turner with a home run. We got some red. 3 for 10 is not bad against lefties. Terrible numbers. Average, terrible. Pretty. That's not 273 is pretty good, I'll say. Outside of that, okay. Props, outs. He's gone 7, 2 in a row. That is concerning because when he does that, he drops down. So, very up and down strikeouts, hits, earned runs, and walks. Very up and down. Nothing looks good. Oh, let's look at Gilbert now. Gilbert history. Anybody do anything good against anybody? I'm not going to have a single bat prop today. Wow. Okay. 16 games. I could not find one single batter prop. That is wild. All right. So goes baseball sometimes. I had like 5 or 6 yesterday, and today I have 0. Because nothing is really, they're just average across the board. There's nothing terrible. They're actually, yeah. The Mets, they're better against lefties. Gotta say that every time we do the Mets. Outs. Ooh, he dropped off hard. I don't like that. Strikeouts are just a roller coaster. Hits. Very 4.5. I can't do that. No. Earned runs and walks. If I was doing walks, I'd like this, but I don't do walks anymore. And let's look at bats. We have 5 choices. We got a couple bases. We got Bader with an HRR, 80%, 8 outs in to go over 1 or over half. McNeil and Alvarez are your choices. I think the issue is we have a lot of good pitchers today. Like a lot of good pitchers are going out there today. So that matters a lot. Now, I will say for this game, I woke up and the first thing I do is I grab my phone and I go on Twitter to see what's happening and see who's yelling at somebody else about something stupid. That's what I do. It's a great way to wake up. And the first thing I see is the overnight cappers, Twitter dudes, pushing the Nerfy for this game hard. They're like, I've seen like 4 different people push the Nerfy because of their Nerfy record. These pitchers, Manea and Gilbert, it's like Manea's Nerfy record for the season is 20-3 and Gilbert's like 19-3 or something. Okay. That includes the entire season, which means all the way back until April and May and June. We're in August, my dudes. What have you done lately? Have you seen what Nerfy's been doing lately? By all means, if you want to take the Nerfy, hey, that's a cool stat. By all means, I ain't touching it. No shot. Because Mets have a top 10 offense right now. I can't do that. The Seattle maybe, but Mets are batting 287. They're getting 4.7. No shot. I can't do it. If you bet the Nerfy in this game because of that stat, I wish you the best of luck because I can't do it. So for me personally, I don't like the 7.5. 2 good pitchers. I'm just not feeling it. So I'm okay with that. I'm going to end my day passing on 5 straight games, and I ain't mad at it one bit. All right, all 16 games broken down. I love that my last game of the day is literally Chicago, and outside of that, I passed on the last 5 games. I like that. The games will be over. What time is the Chicago game now? I'm just kind of curious what time it starts, just so I can see, because that's my last game. 7:15. So yeah, by the time I'm watching UFC later, I'm watching a bunch of football today. There will be a football video for next week because they have a basic normal schedule. 1 game on Thursday, a bunch of games on Saturday, and 1 game on Sunday. I'll have a video. Now, will there be stats? Nope. I'm just putting one out for fun, just because people want to see it. They want to see thoughts. I'll give you some thoughts. Why not? It's fun. So we'll do that. Yeah, for this, my moneyline parlay is literally just the first game of the Yankees doubleheader, Houston and San Diego. That's it. 3 teams. I didn't have a single batter prop at all. The bats that stood out, Judge, Stanton, LeMahieu, all in the first game because of who they're facing pitching wise, and Nolan for St. Louis. I can't remember how to say his last name all of a sudden. I can't. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Nolan A for St. Louis. So there you go. Those are the only bats that stood out for me. So everything else, there you go. Drop a like, subscribe, check out Outlier, link in the description. If you want to check out Discord, Patreon, all that's in the Discord as well. Become a member. You can skip watching all the videos and you get everything typed out for you. Hey, there you go. Just cut the line. It's like Disney. I got wristbands. Go sign up for one. So outside of that, hopefully we all profit. Hopefully it's a great day. I have things to do. So we will see you later. Peace.